Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks review. I'm Buddy1927, and today I'm reviewing the Tiger II, which is a Tier 8 heavy tank in the German line. And this is a review where I'm just going to be going over the stats of this tank. This is not an instructional video, so I'm not going to show you how to play this tank. Like I said, this is the Tiger II. I've enjoyed playing this tank. I love this tank, and it's going to be a permanent tank in my arsenal. I've had very good games on it, and a lot of people have told me that this is one of the harder tanks to grind through because the first two guns are not the best in the world, not the greatest in the world, but once you get to the top gun, you will enjoy playing it. But I had a little advantage over when I got to this tank. See, what I've done is I've actually hopped my crews from one tank to the other, going up the line till I got here to the Tiger II. So by the time I got to the Tiger II, I already had basically a 2 per crew with Brothers in Arms and 6 cents on my commander. So that's one of the advantages I had by hopping up these crews. It helps the tanks a little bit. Somewhere down the line, I lost my radio guy. He just vanished. So he only has almost 2 perks because I had to restart him again. And before anybody says anything, yes, I do have Mentor on my commander, and it's at 75%, and it does grow as the thing is. And the main reason why I got it is because I had that, because of my radio operator. This will help him grind up a little bit faster on this. So that's the reason why I have Mentor right now on this tank on my commander. But I've enjoyed playing this, and like I said, I've enjoyed playing this tank so far. Let's take a look at the tech tree, and we'll show you how to get there. If you're interested in going down this line, you start off with the L tractor, go to the PZ2, to the PZ3A, to the DW2, which is the beginning of the heavy tank, which is a tier 4. And like I said before, when I was done playing it, when I got to the VK 30.01H tank, I took the crew off the DW2, put it there. I actually liked playing the VK 30.01H, so what I did is I took my low and I started grinding a crew in it. So once I got to the VK 3601H, I just hopped the crew in there and put that crew I was grinding in there into here. So that helped me out a lot. And I like the 3601H. It's a permanent tank in my arsenal, and it's one of my tier 6 heavy tanks that I like playing, and I play it a lot in the skirmishes. Then you come to the Tiger I. Tiger I is also a great tank. I hopped the crew over to here, and done excellent. And again, went to my low, started grinding crew in my low, and when I got to the Tiger II, I transferred the crew to the Tiger II, transferred the crew out of the low, and put them into the Tiger I. And eventually and that's how you get to the Tiger II. And eventually I'll hop my crew over to the E75, which won't be much longer because I only have 43,127 research points to go to get to the E75. So hopefully by the time I get to the E100, which is the tier 10 heavy tank in that line, I'm hoping to have at least 4 per crew plus a little percentage. So that will help out the E100 when I finally get to that stage. Now, I've talked to people who've owned both the E100 and the Mouse. A lot of them have told me they're about 6 to 1, half dozen the other. Um, they really don't like either one for thing, but they've kept it as a tier 10 tank. Basically, they told me if you want a good tank, just stop at the E75 and don't bother getting the E100. But I will eventually get the E100. And same thing with the people that have gone down the other line and told me at the VK 45.01P, Austin B, to stop there and don't bother getting the Moss. But I'm eventually will be going down both lines, and hopefully we'll have both tier 10 tanks. So that's just my opinion. If I don't like the tank, I will delete it. But once I get to tier 10, I kind of keep them. I might not play them as much, but I'll keep them. Back to the garage. Actually, I screwed up. Should not have gone to the garage. Let's take a look at how the tank comes. You start off with a tier 8 gun, tier 3 radio, tier 4. I'm sorry. Tier 7 engine, tier 7 set of tracks. And once you got everything researched, you end up with tier 7 suspension, tier 8 engine, a tier 9 radio, tier 9 turret, and a tier 9 gun. So that's not too bad. But everybody says you start off with the 88, you're not going to like it. And you're not going to like the 10.5, the first 10.5 there. But once you get to the top tier gun, the 10.5, you will end up loving it. Well, I've had no problems with the 88. I have had no problems with the first 10.5, and I had no problems with the second 10.5 gun. And it's mainly because of the crew I currently have. So, let's take a look at the specs of this gun. And let me blow them up for you so you can see what's going on. Okay. It does have 1,600 hit points, 700 horsepower. Top speed is 38 kilometers per hour, which isn't that bad. 28 for the traverse speed, degrees per second. That's not too bad, but I do have a little assistant there with clutch. Driver has already learned clutch braking, and he's currently working on smooth ride. Now the haul on this thing isn't that bad. It is 150 on the front armor, which is excellent. But then you got 80 and 80 on the side, so you got to kind of protect your sides and rear. The top turret I have on here has 185 on the turret and 80 and 80 on the side, so you got to kind of watch your sides here. We'll go over the gun a little bit later, but the turret traverse speed is 27 degrees per second. Now the base view range on this is 390, but with the crew I currently have on it, it's up to 421 meters. The signal range base is 710, and 774 is the actual with the crew I currently have. So the crews do help the tanks a lot. So that's not too bad. Like I said, I've enjoyed playing this so far. Here's the gun. Let's blow that up so you can see that a lot better. This is gun 10.5 centimeter KWKL68, which is a 105 caliber gun. Rate of fire is 5.77 rounds per minute. Average pen is 225, 285, and 60, so that's actually pretty good. It has a good pin rate. Average damage on this is 320, 320, and 420, so that's not bad either. The gun is accurate at 0.34 at 100 meters, so this is actually pretty good accuracy on this. Aiming time, not the best, not the worst, at 2.5 seconds. Gun is available on the Tiger II, the VK 45.2P, and the E75. It comes with AP, APCR, and HE rounds. So that's how the tank comes. Let's go over the pros and cons of this tank. Pros on it, and this is from World Tank Wikis. the pros on this is very strong armor on the frontal arch. Upper Glacius can bounce Tier 8 tank guns readily. Ability to rotate in one place, that's pretty good. There are a few weak spots in the front armor beyond the poor lower Glacius. Relatively good gun depression compared to the other Tier 8 heavies. The cons on this thing: a large silhouette and weak sides. Armor is not a challenge for the upper tiers and skilled opponents. Side scraping not as potent as the Tiger due to the weak armor and unimproved side armor. Engines can damage from the hits from the lower Glacius, like most German tanks, and the engine is very underpowered for the tank's weight, resulting in generally a low mobility. Both stock and top turrets have very low armor values, and respectively the turret roof often gets overmatched by 120 plus millimeter guns from the front. So that's one thing you gotta watch out for. Suggested equipment for this thing, according to World Tank Wiki, is improved vents, gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, coated optics, binocs, or the toolbox. So, and I did forget to do something, and I'll go right back to it. This is the front of the tank. This is one of the weak spots of the tank. But it does have a good slope, and if you angle this tank just right, you can get a lot of bounces off this tank. Good frontal armor on here. One of the advantages of this turret, even though it does have 80 and 80 on the side, 80 on the rear, it is angled and sloped a little bit, so that will help you a little bit. I've actually had some good bounces on it. You want to try. This cupola is kind of hard to hit, but if you're a good shot and a good skill player, you can hit this tank, hit it right there, and actually do some damage to this tank. The sides only have 80 millimeters of armor, so you got to protect your sides and your butt. This is the weakest spot on the turret. You got to protect that as much as possible, because you might have 80 millimeters of armor here, but you have less armor here, so you got to kind of protect that. So if you angle this tank just right, where you can get shot bounces, this tank bounces pretty good once you figure out what the angle is. Oops. Now I do carry the large caliber gun rammer, vents, and I also have the vertical stabilizer Mark II. Now the reason why I have these is, of course, it reduces the load time by 10%. Vents give me a +5 to my cruise skills, which helps the tank. And the vertical stabilizer gives me a +20 to actually during movement and turret rotation, so that helps you out a lot. So that's the tank in the nutshell. I love this tank. It's a good Tier 8 heavy tank. And I will warn you about one thing about this tank in matches. I end up in a lot of Tier 10 matches with this tank, especially since I got the top gun on it. So be prepared. This is one of the reasons why it's a hard grind, because matchmaking loves to put you in Tier 10 matches with this tank. So I've done good on Tier 10s. I've done excellent on Tier 8s. And I've done a little bit better on Tier 9 matches compared to Tier 10 matches. But overall, I've done excellent all the way with this tank. And hopefully, eventually, I'm only like 3% away from getting my first mark of excellence on this tank. So I hope, and hopefully I'll get my masters too on this tank. Or my ace tanker on this tank. So hopefully that will happen. Now I do have this tank in a replay, and it's just a replay, guys. So I'll see you all on the other side. Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Replays. I'm Buddy1927, and today I'm in my Tiger II Tier 8 German heavy tank, and the map we're on is Erlenberg. Standard battle, Tier 8 battle. So let's see how this tank can play out. And as you can see the whole lineup that we have here. A good mix of players. My plan is actually to go up to G2 around the castle and go ahead and get up there. And as you can see how the players are actually spreading out. So we're actually spreading out pretty evenly throughout the map, what it looks like. Now it's just a matter of trying to find out where the red team is. Yay. Nobody spotted anything yet. Here we go. We got one tank spotted.
Penetration. Enemy fuel tank.
Hit the Chaffee, set him on fire, and he's gone.
I see.
Spotted again. And see, it looks like the majority of the red team's actually coming straight down the 1-2 line. Okay.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Hit the SU. Oh, I got some tanks coming.
Enemy armor is hit. We didn't penetrate their armor.
I think they all hate me. I think that's all they're doing is shooting at me. So far I've received six hits.
Penetration.
So we do have a lot of tanks. They're trying to hit me.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration.
I mean, I'm just getting pommeled here.
Enemy is hit.
And everybody who's here to help me, we're down. You got the IS-3 who's way far ahead.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I got 2 TDs that are a little too far away to really help me any, and we got the whole team just sitting coming after us. There's nobody on the other side.
You cannot hide.
So now I got, looks like a couple tanks coming behind me. And it looks like I'm just getting surrounded.
Penetration.
And that's exactly what's happening. It's just me and the Tiger 80, the 88 Premium TD German tank destroyer. So we really need some help, or these guys just need to get on the cap.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I'm just getting ready to die here, guys. I'm got 50 health points left. Can only block so many shots.
We've lost a track.
STA-1 does nothing, but Tiger 2
Everyone
finally
get out.
finishes me off. So I'm out. But I put up a good fight. According to XVM, I've done 36, 35 in damage and 1 kill. So let's see how the rest of the team holds out. As you can see, the red team just all went down the 1-2 line. I don't know where Artie was, or why Artie's over there instead of over here helping us. Oh, okay. I clicked to the low, so he's finally on cap. Scores 9-10. So do you think this team has a chance of winning? Unfortunately, during the replay, I can't click through tanks. So these were the tanks I was ghosting over after I died. Ah, we got a reversal now. Now it's 11-10. And the low gets off the cap. Tactical Surgeon. And did I just see the Hellcat lob a shell? That's 12-11 now. So what is this low gonna do? He's going to die. Oh well. Now we're over the T-34. We got one member on cap right now. One red tank on cap right now. T-34 is going to try to take out the Hellcat. Hopefully the Type 64 is going to help reset the cap.
Track hit.
And he shoots and misses. It looks like the Type 64 is helping reset the cap. Hellcat's pummeling the T-34. So do you still think this team has a chance of winning? I don't think so. What do you think? Score is 12-12. Got 2 on cap. We got 15 seconds for somebody reset. That's 1. Now I only have 1 on cap. With the 50-second, and they got both. Now the score is 14-12. All they got left is this Hellcat. T-64 shoots twice and misses. Hits him. And gets the kill. So that is definitely a victory, guys. 15-12. Final score. And it definitely was a victory. And I did receive Tank of First Class. I got Arsonist, Fire for Effect, Bruiser, High Caliber, and Confidant. And as you can see, I actually damaged 7 tanks. According to XVM, I did 16 direct. I fired 16 times with 15 direct hits for a 93.75% hit ratio. So that's not bad. So And battle results, I did top damage. 3,635 and 1 kill. Tactical Surgeon in the low that left the cap, which we're still trying to figure out why. It did do 2,347. I guess that's supposed to be first charge Muley. In the J Tiger 88 did 1,696 and 2 kills. Tornado did 1,056. On the other side, top damage was GLG1 in the TAI 28 prototype did 3,090 damage and 1 kill. So that's not bad. We only had one tank that had no hits. We had 3 tanks on the other one that did no damage on the other side. So let's take a look at how the tank played out. Fired 16 shots, 15 direct hits, 11 penetrations for 3,635 in damage. Received 15 shots, 6 penetration, 9 non-penetration. Armor blocked 2,150. That's pretty good since I only had 1,600 hit points. Got credit for spotting 2 vehicles. I damaged 7, killed 1, and got assist of 691. After ammunition repair, still made a good chunk of change at 35,753. There was a bonus. It was one of those mission complete where you got, if you did damage, you got double the experience. And I did receive 3,416 experience points and 84 free experience. So I kind of like the Tiger 2. As a matter of fact, it's kind of turning into one of my favorite tier 8s, and I would love to keep playing. I'm going to keep playing it, and I'm grinding towards the E75. So hopefully everything will work out. Now, if you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments, leave your comments down below on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. Also, this program was recorded by XSplit, and I am a partner of Marky Dragon Network, who is my YouTube partner. If you're excuse me, guys, if you're interested in doing your own recordings, check out XSplit. Links down below. And if you are a YouTuber and you're looking for a YouTube partner, check out Marky Dragon. The link is also below. So thank you for watching this video. Be safe on the battlefield, and say some thanks for me on the battlefield. You all have a good day.